Welcome back to Stray Reviews. I'm Lee, and today what we're going to do is we're taking a look at the iconic Redwing Iron Ranger 8083 in Hawthorne Muleskinner leather. The Iron Ranger is recognizable everywhere by boot lovers by its bump toe box with lots of room to wiggle your toes and its quadruple stitched toe cap. The Iron Ranger is a 6-inch boot with triple speed hooks. It has leather insoles, cork midsoles, and a Vibram 430 mini lug outsole. Mini lug 430, that's my favorite lug. Also on the inside of these bad boys, they have a steel shank for added stability and support. Now, despite what the name implies, the 8083s are not made of mule skin, but are a full grain oil tanned leather. And these are rough out leather, meaning that the smooth side or the grain side is on the inside of the boot and the rough side, the flesh side, is on the outside. Now, the Redwing Iron Rangers are crazy popular. Is it all hype, or is there really something to these American-made classics? Now, we are going to get into the good, the bad, and the bottom line of the Redwing Iron Ranger 8083s. But before we get started, if you wouldn't mind, it would be so much appreciated if you tap that subscribe button below. It helps the channel, and it just helps me feel like a better person all around. Okay, let's start off with the good of the Iron Ranger 8083s. Now, if you have ever touched a pair of Iron Rangers, if you've ever worn a pair, if you've ever gone down to a Redwing store and just examined them and maybe given them a little sniff, you would notice that the Iron Rangers build quality and construction is par excellence. These boots are triple stitched, meaning that they're not going to come apart. They have incredibly sturdy brass speed hooks, and if you have ever lost a speed hook while tying your boots, you know how frustrating that is. I have owned a pair of Iron Rangers for about 7 years now. This is my second pair, and I have never lost a speed hook. The other thing that I mentioned before is the Vibram 430. These are such rugged and tough outsoles. I really expect to have these boots and for these boots to last for me for a very, very long time. In fact, I'll probably be giving them to my kids when I'm gone. Previously, I owned a pair of Oxblood Mesa Iron Rangers, and I had them for 6 years. And when I finally passed them on, actually sold them, they were still in wonderful shape. The leather from the Iron Rangers comes from Redwing's very own tannery, the SB Foot Tannery in Minnesota. So the leather is sourced here in the United States and the construction is done right here in the United States, which I think that makes this a pretty neat boot in addition to the quality that they already are. Not to mention that the leather itself is so thick and beautiful, and I know I've mentioned it before, but I love the smell of Redwing's SB Foot Tannery leather. One of the things that I love about the Hawthorne Muleskinner rough out leather is that this color just goes with everything. I can wear these things with everything from distressed blue jeans to raw denim to chinos of just about every color. There's hardly anything casual wear wise that just doesn't go with this particular boot. These boots are rugged looking while still maintaining a beautiful sort of casual, rugged aesthetic. And, you know, honestly, if I wanted to, I could wear them just about every day. And there's very few places that I could wear them where they would look out of place. But what about the bad of the Iron Ranger 8083s? Well, if you're not used to wearing a heritage boot, which is what these are reproductions of 100-year-old iron miner boots. If you're not used to wearing sort of a heritage boot with a Goodyear welt, and all you've ever worn is sneakers, then you might put these on and be disappointed because they're not, cushiony. The Iron Rangers can feel a bit stiff and unforgiving because the only thing that's between your feet and the pavement is a layer of leather, a layer of cork, and a sturdy rubber outsole. This means that if you're up and about all day long, these could be kind of hard on your feet, especially if they haven't broken in yet. And I found that even after the leather insole kind of conforms to your feet, it still doesn't do a whole lot as far as offering some comfort when you're on your feet a lot. I have actually taken care of this a little bit. I went down to the Blundstone website and I ordered their Comfort Classic footbed, and I put that in my Iron Rangers, and I have discovered that just a simple light textile footbed in my Iron Rangers, it's like a whole new experience. The other thing in the bad column is that Iron Rangers are so popular that they are frequently out of stock. So when I bought these, I went to Zappos. They were out of stock there. They were out of stock on the Redwing website. And I ended up ordering them from a small menswear store in like South Dakota. However, that frustration of them being frequently out of stock is actually a testimony to how popular and how great this boot is. So what's the bottom line on the Iron Ranger 8083s? Well, the bottom line is that it is easy to see why these boots are so popular. They are rugged. They're made of quality leather. They are built to last, and they're kind of a staple for any sort of boot lover's collection. They have found a lasting place in my closet, and I've discovered that it's just always a good day to wear my Iron Ranger Hawthorne Muleskinners. So that's all I've got for the Redwing Iron Ranger 8083s. Let me know, what's your experience? Do you own a pair of Iron Rangers? And have they held up real well for you? Are they worth the hype? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and we'll catch you next time.